Hey everybody, Renegade 67 and or 8 here with some more Let's Play Fate Stay Night Blind. Last time we met up with Mr. Asashi, and he was all chocolatey voice and was like, I'm here to kill you. My name is Assassin. You killed you killed my reference. Prepare to die. And he didn't say that. But, that was Princess Bride. However, he did say some other chocolatey things, and there was someone spying on us, and he was like, we're gonna have a noble battle, so I'll leave you to your things. And he's got a fucking evil alignment. I'm sorry, what? No, neutral evil. Like, I've been thinking about this, like, what? Why? What the fuck? What is evil even? This is a Grail war where we're all fighting to get the Grail. So, like, what's evil is the one who's disrespectful in the order of getting the Grail, if you're someone who does bad things. So far, he's just done none of the bad things. All he's done is the good things. All he's done, he was respectful to Saber, didn't want whoever was ambushing, even gave the ambusher a chance to potentially get away. He didn't go after Shiro as soon as he saw Shiro. Alignments are a load of titty. And it can't just be, oh, this is what they were when they were alive, and maybe they're different in the Grail War, because Berserker, freaking, Heracles obviously wasn't chaotic insane when he was alive, so it should be based on, this Grail War right now, and it just feels so odd. Ryder following a fuck, but how much of a fuck is she? We'll see. Ooh, can she fuck me? Have you seen Monster? No. I've been meaning to, but, there's this whole thing of seeing it legally, and it's seeming less and less like that's gonna be a thing. So, right, on topic. No, I've not seen Monster. Everyone would think, okay, cool. I have not seen Monster. I probably will at some point. I've heard good things. It's just, watching it legally is kind of hard. So at some point, I'm probably just going to give in and pirate it. But I was kind of waiting, kind of holding out, but it's seeming less and less likely that that'll be a thing. But anyways, this is Fate Stay Night. Tosaka, sorry, but can you carry Saber? Hold on, let me check. Are the frames being aggressive? No, they haven't dropped since officially starting, so they're not being too bad. Okay.
私がもういいけど、じゃあお茶でも入れてくれる？少し二人の話に興味があるから。
Right, and then that's the problem thing, Mrs. Rin. You're all like, oh, I knew all along. I'm pretty sure you can even watch it on YouTube. Yeah, completely, but that's pirating. If I was going to watch it, I wouldn't watch it on YouTube. I mean, unless the official creators have uploaded it on YouTube, I don't think so. And if I'm gonna pirate, I'm not gonna pirate on YouTube. There's better quality avenues. But anyways, oh, speaking of pirating, I was talking about One Piece before I officially started. Anyways, speaking of Rin, you freaking Rin, stop being such a Rin. Like, I do a thing, and you expect it to, the thing that's bad for potentially all of us happens, and you're just okay with it? How are you just okay with it? That doesn't make sense. Like, you assumed Saber would come out on top? I hope you assumed that, but if you assumed that, you shouldn't be making such strong assumptions. However, if you didn't assume that, then what the hecky? Gosh dang it, I want to hear your side of things. I don't want you to tell, I don't want me being the one to tell. You need to be telling so that I can decide if I still want you to be the waifu that I save, because you're seeming less worthy of saving. Tosaka picks up Saber. I'm uneasy about her being so understanding. I am too, because she shouldn't have known it was going to happen in the first place. As long as I've asked her to do so, I have to... Like, I don't mind the idea that she's just winging it and being like, oh, I totally knew, because she's the Tosaka who has to know everything. But I wish she would... just because she shouldn't. If she saw it coming... I hope she's lying, because I want to feel better about her and assume she's lying and trying to maintain the high ground in the relationship and say that she saw it coming, even though hopefully she didn't. Because if she legitimately thought this was going to happen, then fuck her for not acting. Anyways, I have to go prepare some tea. Tosaka takes Saber to my room. I'm preparing tea in the kitchen.
お茶って日本茶じゃないよな。紅茶って言ってもティーバッグの紅茶しかないぞ、うち。
By tea, she must not mean Japanese tea. This place only has English teas in tea bags, though. Oh, wait. We're in our own house, though. What are we talking about? This place only has English tea. She must not mean Okay, I clearly have not been paying attention to the lore of what tea we have and don't have, but sure. Well, it can't be helped if we don't have it. Also, I'm not very big on tea. I generally don't drink tea, so I'm not really sure of the ins and outs of the teaing. I decide she can complain if she wants, and I make tea with a tea bag. I guess that's a bad thing? Yeah, hey, take that, Rin. I tea bagged into your drink.
Shiro, ちょっといい?
Shiro, can I talk to you? Oh, I hope so. Are you gonna tell me you're sorry, or you were lying, or both? Shiro's been on somewhat a competent streak lately, ever since leaving Shinji. Yeah, because I've been choosing all of his important decisions for him. Well... Tosaka's back.
なあ、ちょっと待ってくれ。すぐに行く。
Hold on a moment. I'll be right there. I'll be there right away. Although, I don't know if I'd call it a competent streak to go after Saber and then go into the hurricane that was seemingly, she was causing and getting severely hurt by it when, there were smarter ways. I don't know if that was the most competent, but I guess he's doing... For Shiro, he's doing okay. I put the 2 teacups on a tray and head to the living room. There. Next to Tosaka's Saber changing into her normal clothes. Changing, like, how? Like, actually changing clothes? Like, oh, shoot, I'm being a pervert for looking? Or, like, she magics into these clothes? Because it seemed earlier like she magicked into her armor, unless I was misunderstanding or there was a mistranslation.
Saber! どうして眠ってたんじゃなかったのか?
Saber, why? Weren't you asleep? I guess she just woke up. Or she was knocked out by some kind of spell.
眠ってたわよ。けど、そういつまでも続く眠りじゃないし。
She
つい
was.
さっき目が覚めたの。
But it's not a long-lasting sleep and she just woke up. She does have Wolverine powers. Although even if she has Wolverine powers, is that relying on her magical energy or is that, not magical energy? If it's not magical energy, that's good for us. Because if it's magical energy, that means she's draining her magical energy, which is bad because she doesn't have much left. We really need to look on how to, top her up, as it were.
どうも一気に膨大な魔力を使おうとして体の方から一方的に機能を停止させられたみたいね。ほら、電気のブレーカーと同じよ。そのままじゃショートするから強制的に電源を切るってやつ。
Oh, that's not how I understood the situation. It seems she tried to use a large amount of magical energy at once, and her body shut off. It's like an electrical breaker, the kind that forces the power to be turned off before it shorts out, you know? Okay, so what you're saying is that she tried to use her noble phantasm, her final smash, and her body couldn't take it. She didn't have enough magical energy. She didn't have enough gigabytes left in her hard drive to download the latest Fate porn. So her computer blue screened. That's not what I thought happened. I thought Assassin knocked her out because he noticed someone was watching them and didn't want them seeing Saber's technique. So I thought that implied that Assassin was totally on top of Saber's shit and only letting her do it to humor her, but really he could have stopped it at any time. But this implies no, he couldn't have. It was just coincidental that there happened to be someone watching and she happened to short, which is an interesting coincidence. But that goes to show you need to get your batteries charged, lady, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to use your final smash. And granted, your final smash is only rated C, so it's not that great. But a final smash is still a final smash. As long as they're turned on and not turned off, you should make use of it. If you can. At least you can steal it from your opponent. Steal the smash ball so they can't use theirs. Wait, does Fate not work that way? Ellipses. Saber is quiet as Tosaka explains. Tosaka, or toe sucker. Alright, fine, I'll call you Tosaka for now. Grumble, grumble.
Oh my.
Oh my is right. For once I agree with his calling of her as Oh my. Although which one are you calling Oh my? Seeing her usual attitude, my complaints return. Oh, okay, I think we're complaining to Rin, I think.
Saber.
Oh, never mind.
自分が何をしたのか分かってるのか。
I mean, both of them are at fault. Right now, I'm more mad at Rin, if I'm being totally honest. But okay, that's true. That's true. Saber did a bad thing as well. You're right, Saber, you did a bad. Sheer didn't come, then the ambushing person wouldn't have attacked. No one would have noticed the person hiding in the bushes. Yeah, that's fair. If Shiro hadn't come, then the person in the bushes wouldn't have acted. And so, Assassin... Well, okay, Assassin seemed pretty noble, if I'm being honest. Despite his alignment being evil, I think that if he saw Saber just pass out in front of him, I think he would have put the duel to a halt and wanted to fight Saber when she was feeling better, or at least would hope to, because he seems to only want a good fight from what I read from him so far. So I think he still would have stopped, to be honest. Now, granted, whoever was hiding in the bushes after Assassin left the scene may have attacked Saber if he just left her there, but it's hard to know for sure. Saber, do you know what you did? I mean, you also did a bad. I'm kind of distracted by Rin's bad, but you're both bad. You're both grounded. There's no reason I would not know. Good, you know you directly disobey an order I gave you, right? Right? How about I just, I don't know. I'm not sure how I can threaten you, but like, what if I kill myself? No. What if I get out of the Grail War and take you down with... I'm not sure. Insert way to fuck up Saber here. Maybe the reason why he's NE, you're gonna have to explain your acronyms. Because he doesn't give a shit about anything besides getting a good fight. Oh, neutral evil. He doesn't give a shit about anything besides... I didn't know who you were talking about. Getting a good fight, and would totes kill 1 billion people if it gave him a good fight. I suppose, but I wouldn't call that... I would call that neutral. I would just call that true neutral, to be honest. That sounds like a true neutral alignment. I wouldn't really... Everything so far suggests he's good, because, like... I guess going single-mindedly after a certain goal, despite of everything, is evil. But, like, no. Honestly, I'd call it true neutral. To be honest, I wouldn't call that evil. Like, it goes both ways, though, because clearly, he, in the service of getting an honorable fight, he just did a bunch of noble deeds, which he didn't have to do. I think that's more true neutral, if I'm being honest. That might sound cold. That doesn't sound evil. Really, context is everything. You'd have to show me the context of what you mean by an example, because just the idea of, oh, he'd kill people if he thought it would give him a good fight, to me, that doesn't really sound evil. That sounds true neutral, if I'm being honest. Or, yeah, it depends. It really depends. I'd have to see an example. It's really case by case. Also, alignments are kind of dumb anyways, and they're very constrained, and there's not much flexibility within them. But that doesn't, to me, sound what I would determine as evil. As far as evil for the sake of your own entertainment, I mean... I feel like your own entertainment... What's wrong with favoring your own entertainment? I don't know. I don't think there's a problem with that, really. Now, yes, when you say killing a bunch of people to get that good fight, to me, when I say it's neutral, not good, but neutral, is because I think he would also do good things, even good things to potentially risk his life if he thought at the end there was some way to get that good fight. So, I think it really goes both ways, and is why I would classify as neutral. Assassin killing 10 people to lure a lawful good person out so they can have a good fight. That's too bland. That's too broad. It really would be case by case. Like, killing 10 people how? Like, how would they know that it's a lawful good person? If that's what he's doing, why has he not killed anyone yet? Like, if he's trying to lure out a lawful good person to fight him, like, you can say that as an example of what he might do, but... until we see him do something like that, there's no reason to even think this assassin would do that. But, I mean, the only reason to think it is because his stupid alignment is plastered in there. Anyways, okay, I'm enough sidetracking for now. There's no reason I would not know how you disobeyed me, and you disobeyed your goddamn lawful.
私は竜道寺に赴き、アサシンのサーバントと戦いました。その折、私たちの戦いを監視していた第三のサーバントに気がつき。
I proceeded to Rito Temple and battled the servant assassin. Battle is one word, get your ass handed is another. We noticed the presence of a third servant during a battle, so we suspended it. Bullshit! Okay, let me tell you what actually happened. You disobeyed my orders, went to the Rito Temple, had no idea what was going to happen. You could have been walking into an ambush. You pleasantly met someone honorable, who was kind of a good person, fuck alignments, and was willing to give you a fair fight and not just ambush you, despite being an assassin. And completely handed your ass to you, and when you passed out, he could have totally killed you. You had no decision in suspending the fight. You fucking passed out, and yet was nice enough to not kill you because of the third party watching, and because probably there was also part of it was, well, you passed out, so it wouldn't have really been fair anyways. You had no say in the ending of the fight. He decided that it would be good to end the fight. If he had decided not to end the fight, you wouldn't have been able to do a goddamn thing about it. You're lucky to be fucking alive, you freaking arrogant, reckless, chaotic, lawful my ass, servant. Shiro dodged a servant attack. Yeah, right. No way in heck that was a servant. I don't buy it. If that was a servant, then they're a shitty servant. Or they were trying to miss. Which is an interesting thing you can think about. If they were a servant, then they were trying to miss. There's no way Shiro legitimately dodged that if it was a servant trying to kill him. Which means if they were trying to miss, then they were just trying to get people's attention. Which implies that they were, I don't know, maybe they read Assassin and they knew he would give up if they thought a third person. So they willingly made themselves known, pretended to be attacking Shiro, so that the fight would stop, knowing Assassin's personality. So maybe it was Ryder trying to save Shiro and Saber in some weird way. There's a thought, I don't know. Anyways, we noticed the presence of a third servant during our battle, so we suspended it. I'm not talking about that. What I'm asking is why you fought.
またそれですか。サーバントが戦うのは当然のことです。シロこそマスターであるあなたがなぜ私に戦うなと言うのです。
That again? You mean the order your master gave you? It is only natural for a servant to fight when their master tells them to. Do you not understand the roles in this relationship? Servant, master. As in, I am the master, by the way. How about you, Shiro? Why are you a master telling me not to fight? Okay. How about it, Shiro? I don't know if you're going to explain this properly, but here's what I would fucking say. So, first of all, Rin isn't coming because she and Archer aren't in a good position, which means it's just, us going into this area that's probably trapped. We don't know if we can take Shinji at his word. Shinji might have trapped it, or someone else is there, almost certainly laying a trap in the one way you can go in, and you didn't decide to sneak in. You went right through the front door. Could have easily been an ambush, possibly several servants. You could have easily been taken out. You didn't come with any backup. It was a suicide mission. You were desperate, and you wanted to do something and try something, no matter how fucking stupid it was. That's why I didn't want to fight. I want to wait till we pick our smart fights, not just jump in hoping a stupid fight works out just because we're impatient. That would be what I would tell you, Saber. I don't like you anymore. Shiro's now dealing with someone as dense as him. Oh gosh. Denser. Well, that's a big statement. No. Okay, I can't say that. Shiro's pretty fucking dense. Case in point, Shiro's pretty fucking dense. Come on, Shiro. Come on, it's not hard. There are several reasons why that was a bad idea. Explain them, please. Also, if you do this and fail, there's a good chance we won't be able to deal with the blood crest thing that's going on at the school, which could potentially kill tons of people. It seems like there's no immediate danger so far from the temple, where there's a huge immediate danger if the school goes down, but you seem to not care about that. You just care about the fight. You don't care about potential innocent victims if we fail in this aspect or unable to fulfill on that aspect because we try to hand at this aspect first. You fucking... Fuck! Oh, I'm getting heated in this because Shiro's not able to properly respond when there's plenty of proper responses. Saber, you are in the wrong! Well, battles are inevitable as long as I decide to fight as a master. Yes! but have them be smart. Don't do stupid battles. What we really should be doing is going and trying to ambush Shinji at his house. That's a smart battle I'd want to do. Surprise, frickin' Saber hasn't brought that up. Going to the temple? No! No! I'm calm. I'm perfectly calm. This is why I hate playing as a stupid main character. I know I'm contradicting myself by telling Saber not to fight. No, you're not. No, you're not. But still nothing. Fuck. This is fun. Fate's in, it's a fun game. I'm supposed to enjoy Shiro's stupidity. It's okay. It's okay. But Saber's stupidity, that's what I can't enjoy. I can't let something like that happen again.
私の方こそ聞きたい。シロは戦いを嫌っているようですが、そんなことで聖杯戦争に生き残る気があるのかと。
Then I would like to ask you instead. It seems that you dislike battles, but do you really expect to survive the Holy Grail War like that? It also sucks that we're on different wavelengths, me and Shiro, when we make our choice. Like, I made a choice for a certain reason, and then he clearly made his choice for a different reason. Like, battles are inevitable as long as I've decided to fight as a master. And then that image flashed like, oh, I can't let something like that happen again. I mean, no, that's not why. Sure, for you, that's the one reason why you maybe chose that choice in universe, but that's not why I chose it. That's like one of many reasons. In fact, that's the most further back in my mindset. I can totes shit on Saber. Well, as long as you know Hanjin's not here.
あなたの方針に従っていては、他のマスターに倒されるだけではないのですか?
It seems we will only be defeated by other masters. What, you mean like Shinji? Or Rin? Or the person making the blood crest at the school? Those are all important too, you know? Don't go ignoring everything and tunnel vision on one master because you think they're the only one you can fight right now because you're stupidly impatient. Grumble, grumble. Of course not. What? Of course not what? I'm sorry. I'm lost in my own anger world. Only defeated by other men have friends. I'll repel dangers that come at me, and I don't intend to get killed helplessly. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you don't intend it. But aside from that, I don't want Saber fighting. No, at least have a goal. The whole reason you joined this fight, from what I understand, is because Kirai dangled the whole thing about, oh, 10 years ago, that was caused by the Grail. Don't you want to at all look into that? Especially now that Saber has said that she's been in a Grail War before. I don't know if she specified that it was the one from 10 years ago, but if it was, don't you want to be like, hey, do you know what was going on? If you answer these questions for me, I will take this war seriously. Sounds like a fair exchange you haven't even bothered bringing up. And you've known about her being part of an old war for a little while now, so... Chigao, yo!
戦うのを嫌ってるんじゃない。俺は。
Oh yeah, great way to finish the line. No, I don't hate the fighting. I just, must be much simpler than that. Okay, sure. What's your reason? In short,
その女の子が傷つくのはダメだ。そんなの男として見過ごせない。だからお前に戦わせるぐらいなら俺が自分で戦う。
There it is. There's the sexism coming to the forefront. Girls can't get hurt. As a guy, I can't let that happen, even if they're super strong, heroic spirits. So if I'm gonna let you fight, I'm gonna fight myself. Then get good, Shiro! You are not as strong as Saber. Nowhere close. You're not even as strong as Rin. Another master. Nowhere close. You wanna fight? Start fucking practicing. Start skipping school, spending your time where it matters, practicing for the Grail War. While you're partnered with Rin, get Archer to teach you some archery because you're decent at that, right? You've been doing stuff with the metal rod. Get Saber to teach you how to freaking fight with a sword, which you're not gonna have time for if you're wasting so much time at school. Maybe try skipping school for once. Say you're sick. Just one day training or something. Because right now, you're not gonna be able to do anything. So this whole I need to fight, if that's the case, then fucking train to fight. Otherwise, shut your fucking mouth.
私が女だから戦わせないだと。
You're saying you'll not let me fight because I am a woman? No, I'm saying you're not let you fight because you're a woman and I'm a man. Which isn't much better. It's worse, in fact. If you were a woman and I was a woman, it'd be fine. If you were a man and I was a man, it'd be fine. If you were a man and I was a woman, it'd be fine. But if you're a woman and I'm a man...
正気ですかあなたは。サーバントはマスターを守るものです。私たちが傷つくのは当然であり、私たちはそのために呼び出されたものに過ぎない。
Are you insane? Servants are beings that protect their master. It is natural for us to get hurt as we are being summoned only to fulfill that task. I mean, yeah, I'm not even sure if I'm on anyone's side right now. I'm still mad at Saber, but I agree because Shiro's giving stupid reasoning. So now suddenly I'm on Saber's side again. Yep, Rin is just face-palming the whole time like, ooh, and I thought my relationship with Archer was awkward.
サーバントに性別など関係ないし、そもそも無人である私を女扱いするつもりですか
The sex of the servant is of no concern, and beyond that, you're treating me, a warrior, as a woman? Well, I mean, you are a woman, but, I mean, that shouldn't really matter in this circumstance.
今の言葉は訂正してください。シロ
I think it's much better to be willing to fuck the servants if you're also willing to let them fight, rather than not have them fight, but also not fuck them. Is that a fair exchange? You can fight if you let me smooch! Please take those words back, Shiro. Which ones? Because he said a lot of stupid shit. Oh, the sexism stuff? He said that a while back. I mean, honestly, he's just repeating himself. Like, I'm pretty it's more or less, like, he's being... He said before internally, I don't know if he's out loud said this. No, he did say he didn't like the Saber thing, but it was okay back then because he was still getting used to it. He's had time to get used to it, and he's just circled back to this same thought process, which isn't... You could say it's still a form of character development, but what are you going to do with that development, Shiro? What's your resolution? If it's to fight, you can't just fight without training. You can't suddenly be good because you're the fucking main character. You're not going to get some kind of superpower bullshit power-up so you can suddenly fight toe-to-toe with servants. Doesn't work like that. Right, Fate? Doesn't work like that, right, Fate? He has to train. How are we going to train, though? Time skip? Because, like... If he's gonna train, we need a time skip. Otherwise, he's gonna get his ass handed to him anytime he tries to fight a servant. Or he's full of shit right now. He's gonna try to fight a servant and die, and we're already on a bad ending path. Saber comes at me with a glare. But I won't be pushed back by her pressure. Oh, really? This is what you get all fired up about. God. Can I play as Shinji? I think I like him more. What is she saying? That she's a knight before she's a woman? First of all, it shouldn't matter which she is first. She is both. But second of all, yes! Yes, she is saying that. She was literally masquerading as a guy for a lot of her life. Not that I think you know that, but... If you did know that, would it even matter? Hell, if you did know that, I bet you'd feel even more strongly like this because so much of her life, she was forced to fake it. So it'd probably make you do this even more. Probably, so like... Saying such unreasonable things with that small body of hers that you've fucking... Now you're not just being sexist, you're being sizist? Good things come in small packages, man. Clearly this is a guy with a big penis that doesn't understand the value of the small penises. Or the small boobs.
誰が訂正なんてするか。そりゃセイバーは強いかもしれないけど、それでも女の子だろ。つまんないことにこだわるな、バカ。
I would never take my words back. I'm a man of my word. Sometimes this dude needs to stop. Blanked out this whole convo. It may be true that you're strong, but you're still a girl. Oh my god, Shiro. Don't get worked up over such an insignificant thing, you idiot. Oh my god. Oh, now she's an idiot? Is this because she's a girl, or is this irrelevant to her being a girl? Don't get worked over such an insignificant thing. You're the one making an insignificant thing. Oh man. Early fate is weird. Never take my... It's true that you're strong, but you're still a girl. So? What? But you're admitting she's strong. Don't get worked up over such an insignificant thing. You're the one saying that... She's the one who's saying you're getting worked up over her being a girl. That's what's insignificant. What are you saying that she's talking about being insignificant? Oh, being treated as a girl before... You're the one that's turning that into a significant thing. Ah! Suddenly I'm on Saber's side. I went into this being mad at Saber. God damn it, Shiro. Stop sucking. They all suck.
ことにこだわっているのはあなたではないですか。まさか女性に守護されるのが嫌だとでも言うつもりですか。
Let me just go back to playing as Archer.
そのようなさまつごとなど忘れなさい。
Shiro becomes Archer in the future, right? Let's just skip to that point and play as Archer. He's the only sane one. I don't like Rin, I don't like Saber, I don't like Shiro. Gosh, I even think I might want to play as Shinji. Are you not the one getting worked up over insignificant things? Oh, okay. At least the game understands that. The narrative understands that. Are you saying you do not want to be protected by a woman? My body's that of a heroic spirit. Forget about such trivial aspects. There's only one gender. Knight. Oh, that fucking knight. Nice. You made a relevant joke to your username.
さまつなもんか。もうとにかくセイバーが良くても俺は嫌だ。だいたい自分の代わりに戦ってもらうなんて間違いだったんだ。
It's not trivial at all. Jeez, it's not okay for me, even if it's okay for you. It was a mistake from the beginning to have someone fight in my place. I can't... Okay, then train or die, because you're not on their level. God. I can't allow someone to get hurt. You can't allow someone, or you can't allow the female gender. Be honest with yourself, Shiro. Stop lying. In place of saving me, I should be the one doing the saving. Somebody save, save, come on. Your dad never complained like this. He was never as strong as Saber, but he still pulled his weight. He still did what he could. You, though, you and all your... I have to save people, even those that are way stronger than me, then actually put some effort into saving them. All you do is fumble around like an idiot because you haven't trained it all to be. Like, you keep doing this strength training that's gone nowhere. Like, yeah, it's... Do what you can, or train to do more, because you're not doing anything other than fumbling into getting in the way of people when they're about to die. Actually saving people beyond throwing yourselves in front of them when it looks like they're gonna die, that's the only saving you even attempted so far. I've been working hard to become a person who can help others like my father, so really? You've been working hard? I mean, sure, you might be good at saving the little people. Oh, sure, I'll help you out at work. Sure, I'll help you out with that. But when it comes to actually saving people in a hero role, where saving them from villains, you just don't, man. You just don't. So come to that realization already. Gosh, working hard, as in doing your silly training? Like, working hard would be, you know, working out at the gym, maybe, becoming legitimately strong. Maybe after your father died, looking into the real magic organization if this mattered to you. I guess until now it didn't really matter to you, but you always wanted to be a hero. So, God, Shiro, you have such a fucked up mindset now that I think about it. I mean, I always knew that, but like, it's interesting. It's interesting to have a main character who's not, you know, straightforward. I just wish, you know, come on, man, Shiro. Hurry up and get to the point in the anime where you have your character development and become like smart and strong and a relatable hero. Because I'm playing as you.
いいな。とにかくセイバーは戦うな。
Damn, listen, just don't fight, Saber.
戦いは俺がする。それなら文句はないだろう。セイバーの望み通り戦うって言ってるんだから。
I'll be doing the fighting. You shouldn't have any complaints about that because I'm saying we'll fight as you wish. What do you mean you'll be doing the fighting? How? Prove! Prove to her that you can stand up there. If you can beat her in a fight, then fine. If you can't knock her, you should do like, yeah, a test, like what Seba did with Taiga. But instead, you with Seba, and Seba's testing you. If you can beat her in a jousting match, like knock the sword out of her hands at one point, knock the wooden sword, then fine, you can start fighting in battles without her fighting at all. Until then, shut your fucking ass up.
無茶を言う人ですね、あなたは。人間がサーバントと戦えると思っているのですか。素人では戦いにすらならないと実感しているでしょう。
You are absurd. Do you think a human can match a servant? No. You should already know you're no match for the servants. I think really humans can take out servants. They just have to be smart about it. And Shiro's not what I would call... What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, smart. That's the word. He's not that. His dad told him not to associate with the association. Sure, but without doing that, how is he ever supposed to learn any magic? Maybe he was just playing to be a hero with no magic, a muggle hero, and yet he was still training the limited magic to do something, but what? It's all for a dead end, because I mean, yeah, he's a dumb teenager with a complex that doesn't understand what his real goal is in life. I understand that, but now that we're in the thick of things, I think he needs to realize what the situation is, and it's like he is affirming his situation, but such in a wrong way that feels like it's doomed to failure. And so either get to the bad end, or it's gonna have to do a 180, because he's developing in a very bad direction. She already works out like hell in the morning. I mean, sure, he does, but like, what does that matter in a magic battle? Who brings fists to, like, if you're gonna bring fists to a magic fight, then you need really strong fists, and he's not that strong. Sure, already know you're no match for the servants.
ランサーに襲われた時を思い出してください。
Please recall what happened when you were attacked by Lancer. Uh-huh.
あの時、私が現れなければ間違いなくシローは殺されていた。
Exactly.
それはどのようなサーバントが相手でも同じです。
Please recall what happened when you were attacked by Lancer. You would have certainly been killed if I had not appeared. It will be the same against any servant.
そんなのやってみなくちゃわからない。あの時は何の準備もなかっただけだ。けど、今なら対策なんていくらでも立てられるんだから、やりようによっては寝首をかくことぐらいできる。
Since when did Shiro have any stealth? You won't know unless we try. Yeah, and then when you try, you'll know right away because you'll die. I was just unprepared that time. Now we can prepare as much as possible, so I might at least be able to do a sneak attack on them. Generally, doing sneak attacks requires some level of intelligence, which I think you are lacking, but sure, go for it. I'm ready for another Taiga Dojo session, another bad ending. Let's do it.
少子な。シローの立てた守りなど紙も同然です。
Ridiculous. A shield prepared by you would be no better than paper. Yeah, it's interesting because in this sense, Shiro did summon someone like someone like himself, because they both really do want to prove themselves. Saber wants to prove that she can be a good girl, that good fights. It doesn't matter if she is girl. You know, she pretended to be boy, but she can be good girl. Whereas Shiro, he just, he wants to be hero. He wants to save the people. But and so they want to prove themselves, and they're like having a prove off, and Saber's like, you'll never be good. Where Shiro this whole time is being like, you can't do it. The problem is Saber really, really can do it. But I sort of get it, but eh.
今すごいこと言ったな、セイバー。
So, she's right. That's a horrible thing to say, Saber.
あなたこそサーバントを侮っている。人の身で英霊を打倒しようなどと何を思い上がっているのですか。
You are the one insulting the servants. I mean, he's the one insulting the female servants. You're conceited, thinking you can defeat a heroic spirit as a mere human. I mean, yeah. Exclamation points! Saber and I glare at each other. All kinds of awkward. Why can't I glare at Shiro too? Can I quickly hop into Rin's perspective again for a second just so I can glare at Shiro for a bit? At least we could go back and forth. Interlude. Real quick interlude so we can stare at Shiro for a bit. They'd be narratively fitting. It looks like this conversation is going nowhere with no compromise in sight. Yeah, because you're being a little bitch, Shiro.
違うわセイバー。シローはサーバントを侮っているわけじゃない。そのあたりを誤解しちゃうと話が進まないから口を挟ませてもらうけど。
You're wrong, Saber. Shiro isn't insulting the servants. He's just insulting the female sex as a whole. I'm interrupting because the conversation won't go anywhere if you misunderstand that. Oh, so you do understand that, huh, Rin? You do understand he's insulting the female sex as a whole, and that includes you?
リン、それはどういうことですか。
Rin, what do you mean by that?
要するにね、そいつ純粋にあなたが傷を負うのを嫌がってるのよ。どうしてか知らないけど、シローは献身と善意の塊だもの。
Well, in short, he doesn't want to get you hurt. I don't know why, but Shiro's full of devotion and good intentions. His good intentions are backed up by stupidity and overconfidence.
ね、自分のことよりセイバーの方が大切なんでしょ、あんたは。
Right? Saber's more important to you than you are, right? Seems like a lot of people are more important to him than he is. He's just getting thrust into this war. Until now, he's been good at helping people out, but now he's in a situation where the people that objectively he really is in no position to help out, and he's not good at processing it. and this is the decision he's come to after all the processing, and it's very unhealthy.
そんなことないぞ。俺は別にセイバーが大切なんて言ってない。
That's not true. I didn't say Saber was important to me. I mean, you implied it. Yeah, so the whole sexism thing was, well, I mean, okay. The whole sexism thing was a BS excuse he threw because he legit didn't have an excuse at the time. I mean, it's both. He's clearly sexist. Yes, he has a hard boner for Saber, but, like, he's got boners for a lot of the female sex. It's not just Saber, even if his biggest one seems to be for Saber. But the female sex as a whole, it's an excuse, but it's not. It's both. It's not true. Like, I think he also has a big tsundere crush on Rin, for example, but he just doesn't realize any of these crushes, and that, I mean, he does realize them. He just doesn't think they'll go anywhere, so he sort of hides them. He willingly said that he knows Saber is strong, and he's refusing her to fight. Yeah, because of, like, I mean, it's both. I think it's, because even in his internal, I mean, okay, you know what? You're making a fair point that it seems to be more about her than the female sex as a whole, but I think it is the female sex as a... He knows Saber is strong, and he's refusing her to fight. But it's like, yes, it's because it's Saber, but how should I put this? It's more than just her being Saber. She is Saber, but she's also a her. Because Shiro, he seems to get easily attracted to a lot of the female sex, to most of the female sex so far in the game. And so I feel this is a natural response he would have to most any female. Even if it wasn't Saber, I think he generally would have this response regardless of what female is. Even if he is focusing on Saber, it's only because of the unique relationship they have, where Saber is his servant, and that's weird. And so I think, yes, he's focusing on Saber, but doesn't realize that it's the larger problem. See how he mentioned how small she is? Yeah, he mentioned how small she is a couple times, but that sort of just goes in line with the female thing, because females in general are shorter than males. Even Ryder, he called this out. He said, wow, Ryder's rather big, but if you look at Ryder's height, she's smaller than all of the guys. I think it's just inladen with his sexism. Yes, he's singling out Saber, but it's only because of their unique relationship, and no matter who his female servant would have been, he likely would have come to this same conclusion, is the read I'm getting? But, yeah. That's not true. I didn't say Saber was important to me.
嘘嘘。そうでもなければ自分で戦うなんて言えないわ。
It's a lie. You couldn't say you'd fight yourself unless you thought so.
だってあなた、自分じゃサーバントに勝てないって分かってるんでしょ。それでも戦うっていうのは自分よりセーバーのが大事ってことじゃない。
Because you already know you can't be the servant yourself, right? But saying you'll fight in spite of that means that Saber is more important than you. It also says that you don't trust Saber. Like, yeah, okay, alright, whatever. Okay, it just seems iffy. I mean, I don't doubt that Shiro has these feelings. I just think he would have these feelings for most females in this situation. He seems to have the hots to some degree for most females, and yet doesn't think himself worthy of really any of them, so doesn't really think of their attraction to him, even though a lot of them do have an attraction to him, but they bury it because of practical reasons generally. Rin doesn't want to get involved in the Grail War. Sakura probably doesn't want to deal with her whole brother thing. Saber is starting to deep down, I think, have these feelings. They all have these feelings, but cover them for practical reasons, where I feel like Shiro avoids his feelings, not for practical reasons, because he does not prioritize the Grail War. The reason he's burying them is because he doesn't think he's good enough, I think, to some extent. Except with the example of Sakura. With that, we've seen his inner monologue, that he knows about the whole Shinji thing. But I think that's also partially him lying to himself, because I feel like he knows that Shinji's not a great friend. It's iffy. Well, it's like that if she says so, but
だから無茶でも戦う。勝てないって分かっていながら勝とうとする。その結果が自分の死でも構わない。
That's why you fight even though it's absurd to do so. You try to win even when you realize you have no chance of winning. You don't care if you die in the process. Okay. Okay, Shiro. Okay. Calm your boner down, but okay.
なぜならあんたの中ではどうしてか知らないけど自分より他人の方が大切だからよ。
Because for you, though I don't know why, other people are more important than yourself. Yeah, and I still have this problem where I view Saber as a person. Shiro's a very flawed MC, constantly lies to himself, never understands what he truly feels. Uh-huh. Yeah, he is definitely flawed and has skewed priorities. And it's interesting to a point. It just frustrates me, and maybe that's the point, and that's why Rin had to interject. It frustrates me when, like, you know, I get mad at another character through Shiro, and I'm trying to relate to Shiro, and then Shiro gives a reason that was not at all the reason I had, and then if anything, I'm starting to side more with the other person, and I guess Rin fixes it, because she's the middleman. If she wasn't here, it would have just been all kinds of awkward from a POV standpoint. It's different from, like, an anime, if I was watching an anime and I saw them had this fight, but from playing as a character who you make choices with, I feel to some extent you should have some amount of control. Even if they do have a characterization, choices are hard. When you make a choice and then it turns out they made the choice, without making this clear in advance, they made the choice because of X and Y. Like, it's not like when you make a choice, it doesn't say, I'm going to do this because of this, or I'm going to do this because of this. It just says, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do this. And then you choose one, and the reasoning ends up being not at all your reasoning. And it bugs you. It bugs me. Because I want to explain my reasoning and be like, no, use my reasoning to back up my point. And so it can be vexing, but I think the game, the hammering the point in that you, the reader, isn't Shiro. I get it. I get that I'm not Shiro, but okay. Because for you, though, I don't know why other people are more important than yourself. Dash. No, I didn't mean that at all.
そういうことよ。わかるでしょ、セイバー。あのバーサーカー相手にあなたをかばうようなバカなのよ。そいつ。
That's why. You should understand, Saber. He's an
だ
idiot
か
who
ら
would
本
protect
気
you
で
against that
自分
berserker.
が戦うって言ってるの。
That's why he's saying he's saying seriously that he'll fight. Gosh, I'm all drained. I'm drained of emotion. Ugh. God, so many emotions that are getting me to get emotional. In that extent, I guess the game is working. Maybe that's the idea. I don't know how much of Tosaka's explanation Saber understood. In that sense, I guess I got my point across, though. You know, in this universe where I am here as an omniscient god person that is standing on Shiro's shoulder, looking over his shoulder in his perspective, but can make no choices except occasionally. When he has a choice, I can tug on his ear to pull him in one direction or the other. Saber takes a deep breath and looks at me.
シロ、
Yeah.
なんだよ、セイバー。
What, Saber?
あなたが戦うことは認めます。ですが、それならば私にも考えがある。
Training me to not suck? I'll approve of you fighting. This is because I think to some extent she has the hots for me too. Which she's sort of starting to realize slowly and slowly. I mean, not realize, but, you know, if that is the case, I have something else in mind as well. Well, realize, but like, I don't know. Half-realization.
だから何さ。
So what?
剣の鍛錬です。シロの時間が許す限り、私はあなたに剣を教える。それを認めるのなら、私もシロの意見を認めますが。
Sword training. I'll teach you as much swordsmanship as possible in the time allowed. If you'll accept that, I'll accept your opinion as well. Okay. You'll train me. That's good. I'll actually get some training. Can I get some help from Archer too, though? Like, I'm supposed to be an archer. Shiro's supposed to be good at the archery. Rin seems to have an insane grasp on Shiro's personality. It's kind of weird. Rin doesn't grasp her own personality, her own fucked up state, yet seems to be able to read Shiro's. I think that suggests that goes more to the idea that, you know, she does like Shiro a lot, without realizing it, and she feels comfortable around him. That's the other thing. She feels comfortable around him enough that And he's simple enough from her perspective that she's started to understand his intricacies. And I think because she wants to. She wants to understand the intricacies because she hasn't been able to get this close to most people, open up in the magic sense. And yeah, it's true. It's easier to see the flaws in other people than it is yourself. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. It's just Rin is an especially weird one because when she's like, oh, it's so weird that she cares more about other people than themselves. But I mean, to an extent, Rin did the same thing. She saved Shiro, supposedly for the sake of Sakura, wasting her most valuable artifact. And that's didn't really benefit her in any way, except for peace of mind. But, I'll accept your opinion as well. Rin's never even brought it up. Rin's never even brought up this whole time to me that she used her jewel. She doesn't want the dialogue. If anything, that's the more hero-y thing to do, not get the recognition. But I also think she feels awkward about the whole thing and doesn't want to admit it because she likes him. Does that mean she'll train me in swordsmanship? I mean, yeah, that's what she just said. Because she allows me to fight from now on? You should have asked that. Honestly, that should have been your fucking... the idea you bring up you want to fight, yes, that should have been the obvious go-to. Can you please train me to fight? Could someone train me to fight? Because you suck, Shiro, you suck!
待った。それは心の贅肉よ、セイバー。
Hold on, that's excess weight on your mind, Saber.
シローに剣を教える？やめてよ。そんな気休めでサーバントに太刀打ちできるわけないじゃない。
Teaching Shiro swordsmanship? Cut out. There's no way you can match a servant with something like that. Yeah, but at least I can get decent. I mean, Rin, you're pretty decent with magic. I should at least be able to match other masters, because after all, taking out the masters... Oh, hey, Shiro, suddenly killing masters is looking more and more appealing. God, that might be a fucked up dark turn this visual novel takes in this route. Maybe we're on a pathway where we're going to take a dark route where Shiro's like, I'll kill them to keep Saber safe from the other servants. I'll kill the masters. If that happened, I honestly don't think it will. I don't think Shiro's ever going to get that dark. I'd be pleasantly surprised, though, if they actually have Shiro get that dark in one of these pathways. Because it would show that all of this intensity, this awkwardness, was leading to something unique. And I would be happy about it. And it would all sort of flow correctly. Because otherwise, we're just going to have to do a 180, and Shiro's going to have to be willing to let Saber fight other servants. Because he really isn't going to be able to take out other servants on his own. I mean, like, he could ambush and maybe get the drop of one of them or something, but, like, all of them? Come on, Berserker? Get the drop and kill Berserker? There's no way in heck. That thing is like a huge beefcake. Not a chance. The differences between Rin and Shiro is that Rin loses her own advantages and decreases her own chances of not winning, and increases her chances of dying, while Shiro will go for a 100% gonna die option to save people. I suppose that's true. Rin isn't willing to fully sacrifice herself to save someone. However, I don't think Shiro is willing to either. He thinks, well, I'm good enough to save them because he thinks too much of himself, and that needs to be fixed. Either he needs to realize he's not that much, or he needs to get better so what he thinks is more appropriate. Because he keeps thinking, oh, I'll save this situation. I can get you out of this situation. He doesn't think, oh, I'm definitely going to die. He never thinks, I'm definitely going to die. He thinks, oh, I'm going to be able to succeed. I'm going to be able to make it through this. And then fails horribly because he completely overestimates himself. Rin underestimates other people in general, but Shiro overestimates himself and how much he can save people because he wants to save people. So when he sees a position where something needs saving, he tries to do the saving even if he's not at all cut out for it. But he thinks he is because he thinks he has to be, because he thinks, I am a hero, therefore I should be able to do this. This shouldn't be a problem, but it's a big problem. So, this will be a start. Sword trading is something.
それは当然です。ですが知らないよりはマシでしょう。
Yep, it is true. It'd be better than not knowing. It is true, but it would be better than not knowing. Didn't Rin monologue just now that Shiro knows he can't fight servants, still plans to fight them, his own life is of less value than Saber? Well, you see, that's only from Rin's interpretation. We don't necessarily have to take what Rin says at face value. Now, it could be that she's correct. It could be that is all there is to Shiro's mindset here, but Generally, it's more complicated than that. Usually, there's a lot of things going on, all building into one thing. It just being the one thread, and you know, Rin might point that one thread out, and it might be true, but it's like only one among many. I don't think it's quite that simple. Like, he doesn't... Yes, I think he genuinely means that he can stop the servants. And I think he knows that it'll be super hard, but he thinks he can. He thinks he'll pull something off in the moment. And yes, it's because of his giant wang for Saber, but it's more than that. I think it also ties in the fact that he really genuinely thinks he can. He thinks in the moment he'll be able to pull something off, but in the moment he will not unless he's prepared. And it's not just about him, you know, valuing her life over his. Like, maybe that's part of it, but from my takeaway is that even if he does value her life over his, he also thinks he can do it. Whereas he's scared about putting the trust in anyone else. He's scared about Saber fucking up. He's more willing to risk his own life fucking up because he thinks he's a hero. Like, he thinks he's a hero, this is what he should be doing, and also, he thinks if there is a fuck-up, it'd be better for Shiro to die than Saber, but Shiro thinks he'll try, and naively thinks there's a chance, even if it's low. There's really no chance, but he thinks there is, because he's a hero, so things work out, you know, and shown in all the action movies, the hero always saves the day in the end, right? Everything always works out happily ever after. They never, you know, they never tell the stories where things go horribly wrong and the villain succeeds and the hero dies because they were stupid. You know, I mean, some do, but a lot of the time, even if they do tell those stories, there's usually a silver lining. That's true, but it would be better than not knowing. Also, if they do tell those stories, those are usually the big boy stories. Usually stories for kiddies would not do that. So growing up, Shiro probably did not see the big boy stories.
少なくとも戦闘時の迷いは薄れます。
It should at least reduce hesitation in battle. That's a big thing too. Shiro has been really bad about hesitating up till now. His hero idolization correlates with his own viewpoint of himself. A hero has to lay their lives for others no matter what. Well, yeah, which is a problem because Saber is a heroic spirit and Saber is supposed to be saving people, and Shiro doesn't like that because Shiro wants to save people and probably feels it's unfair to some extent that they get labeled as heroes whilst he's wanted to be a hero and hates the idea that he's the one that needs the saving. So I can see that really eating at him, but...
あとはシロ本人の決意にかけるだけですが、実践とは得てしてそういうものではないですか。向かない者には何を教えても身につくことなどありません。
It should at least reduce hesitation in battle. I can only gamble on Shio's determination after that, but that's how real battles are anyway. There's nothing one can obtain if they are not fit for it. And that includes the Grail.
まあ言われてみればそっか。
Well, you're right when you put it like that. Yeah, this was raw. This was a very emotionally charged exchange where nothing felt satisfying, but I think in hindsight I kind of enjoy it. Yeah, I liked this moment. Like, these are fucked up people, and that's the point. But they're trying to come to some sort of understanding. What I want is for Rin to not be a middleman. That's the problem with this scene. Rin's a middleman. Back to you, Rin. Let's stop talking about Saber or how Shiro is fucked up. You apparently knew, saw it coming, and did nothing to stop it? Fuck you! Okay.
殴り合う覚悟ってのは一度殴り合ってみないと一生つかないものね。
Readiness to fight won't come unless you do so at least once.
はい。ですから一度。いえ、一度と言わず時間の許す限り、シロには戦闘の結果としての死を体験させ、戦いに慣れてもらわなければ。
Oh, it'll happen. I'm sure there's going to be a few more game overs in my future. Yes, so not once, but as many times as time allows, I would like for Shiro to experience death in battle and become familiar with fighting. I mean, you're probably being metaphorical, but I'm sure it'll be literal. The two talk dangerously.
ちょっと待て、俺はいいなんて一言も。
Hold on, I didn't say you would. Say you would what? You want to fight, right? So suck it up and get used to your new training regimen, which you're gonna probably have starting now.
じゃあ私は魔術講座にしとく。
Oh, well, thank you. Okay, I guess I forgive you for your bullshit. I mean, really, we should have gotten to this sooner. Ever since the partnership started, I feel like this should have happened. But, whatever. I mean, to be fair, Rin didn't want it to be a long-term partnership because she still wanted his penis. She just wanted to deal with... To be fair, now they have Shinji and this temple thing, and it feels like they're all going to deal with... And the school thing, and they're sort of dealing with all of it now, which is almost all the masters at this point. And at first, she was just like, oh, just Berserker, because she still wants his dick, but doesn't want to admit that she wants his dick, because she knows she has to fight him. But I think she's more and more giving in. She's more and more giving in to the idea of just committing to this, which I think is furthered by the fact that she is willingly giving the idea that she'll train in magic. He doesn't even have to ask, she's just willing to do it. Although I think partially that's her way of competing with Saber. She might be sort of starting to seriously see Saber as some real threat to some extent, even deep down, or as, you know, as far as a threat for, you know, his love. And so when she says, I'll teach him, Rin is like subconsciously on some level probably like, what? No, I have to stay in the race of claiming Shiro's penis, so I will also teach him. That's probably also it to some extent, but there's layers.
セイバーが体を鍛えるんなら私は知識を育てるわね。まあ初めからそういう約束だったし、明日から本格的に鍛え直してやりますか。
If Saber's gonna train his body, I'll train his knowledge. Well, that was the initial promise anyway, so I guess I'll start proper training for him tomorrow. That was the initial promise anyway, then why have you been slacking so much? I guess to be fair, things have been wiggity-wockety the last couple days, but... Grumble. And where is Archer? When does he teach me archery? I'm supposed to be a decent archer, right? It'd be totally a missed opportunity. I'm sure in some pathway, Archer's gonna teach me some archery. Otherwise, why am I a fucking archer? He was in the archery club and apparently he was really good.
お願いします。リンがそうしてくれるなら、私も剣のみに集中できる。
Please, if you do that, I can concentrate on the sword myself.
いいっていいって。じゃあ話も決まったことだし解散しましょう。明日はいろいろと忙しそうだから。
It's fine. Then since we're decided, let's break up for tonight. It looks like we're gonna be busy tomorrow. Uh-huh. Gonna be busy training Shiro's stupid butt to be as strong as you ladies. Hopefully I can at least reach a level of Rin. I mean, even that's probably gonna be hard, but maybe if I can reach that level, I'll then be 100th of the way there to getting as strong as Saber, maybe. That's a little much. Rin's pretty strong. 50th. Dosaka waves goodbye and disappears into the outbuilding.
私も休みます。シロも休憩を取ってください。明日は道場で汗を流してもらいますから。
A little mad that we didn't get to chew out Rin, but she's finally willing to train me magic, so I guess I can forgive her. Don't like, no, I'm going to be honest. I don't like how the narrative... I liked the raw scene between Shiro and Saber, now that it's all over. I liked how that was handled, but from a narrative critical standpoint, I don't think the Rin was handled as well, with her apparently knowing, and then her being the observer as if she did nothing wrong, as if she isn't at fault in this disgusting exchange, when I feel like she is also partially to blame, and the fact that they aren't going down that angle makes me think that this is a narrative snafu. However, I'll just go ahead and excuse it by saying that Rin lied, and that she didn't actually see it coming, and that she's bullshitting because she wants to feel like... She wants other people to feel like she's perfect and knows everything, even though she doesn't. So that's how I'm going to excuse that. Shiro, I'll have you train in the dojo tomorrow. She gives a small bow and goes back to her room. Dash. In the living room are the untouched teas and... Oh, the untouched fucking... That's perfect. That's a nice narrative touch. And one man standing there dumbfounded. That's you, Shiro, by the way. You are the dumb one. That's for sure. At least you're going to be stronger and more magical, though. You'll probably still be just as dumb. The lovable dumb hero. Oh, that's Shiro! You got hero in your name.
いや、だから俺は一言もさ。
So I never said I would, but you didn't say you wouldn't. You didn't put your foot down and say you wouldn't. And if you had, come on, Shiro, come on. You want to be the one to fight, but you're not willing to train? What the heck, man? You're not willing to train? No, fuck you, Shiro. I mean, sure, you maybe what your problem is that they're making all the decisions for you, and you're not make your own decision in your life. However, Shiro, come on, of course you've got to train. The fact, oh, come on. The fact that you're even entertaining the notion that you would have done it but still not trained shows a huge dichotomy in your mindset. Like, yeah, he doesn't want the women to do it, but he's not good enough to do it, and he doesn't want to change his life and start training in weird ways because that would uproot his life, and yeah, and maybe he feels like he wants to train based off Kiritsugu and doesn't want to learn from these non-Kiritsugu people. He thinks that's disrespecting Kiritsugu's memory because he wants to be a hero like Kiritsugu, not a hero like Saber or a hero like Rin. And also, training from girls? Learning from girls? That's gross. Even though Kiritsugu learned from a girl. Anyways. The words I murmur are ignored. Well, the already confusing situation looks like it'll get even stranger things. I can't even guess what will happen tomorrow.
ねえよ。とにかく体力だけは温存しなくちゃ。
Neo, I'll sleep. I have to save my energy at the least. Tomorrow's a school day, right? We haven't gotten to another Sunday yet, so we're totally skipping. Is that the idea? Skipping one day wouldn't be the worst, I think. At least it could kickstart the training. I mean, yes, there's some time after school, but, you know, you gotta skip every now and then if you really want to be committed to this thing. The sooner, the later. The sooner, the better. Not the sooner, the later. Everything starts from my body. Well, you could say that I can only rely on the hope that if my body is well prepared, I can overcome any hardships. I mean, yeah, you never know until you get into battle. Unless you have slight spidey sense, which, by the way, Saber does. She has some spidey sense. She can sort of see the future just a little bit. So, she has that over you. You don't have any skills of a servant. Not until the future when you become Archer, that is. Speaking of which, you gotta train your past self already, Archer. Where are you? Saber's teaching her the sword. Rin's teaching her magic. We need Archer to teach him archery. Alright. Sword and magic. One? Gosh.
できれば誰も悲しまない方がいい。
Oh gosh, Kiritsugu flashbacks. Oh gosh, when do we get the Kiritsugu spin-off? Archer too busy being half dead. He's been half dead for the whole freaking game. It's been what, it's been a few days by now. Come on, come off it. Saber recovered from basically being dead and have to recover Shiro in like a day, and then she recovered from Assassin's bullshit in a little bit. Come on, Archer. And you have a connection with Rin, so come on. Speed up your healing already. I'd like to believe this is Rin saving him as an ace in the hole, and in fact she's lying the whole time, but that's not really in her character. I don't care if he doesn't have Saber's Wolverine powers, he's still a freaking servant, he should have decent healing. Hold on, what's his endurance? It's a 3! That's decent. He's got decent endurance. Come on, Archer. Hurry it up. Alright, if I can, I'd prefer nobody to be sad. If I can, I'd prefer nobody to be sad. If I can, I'd prefer nobody to be sad.
自分程度の力添えで周りが幸せなら、それはこの上なく住みやすい世界だと思うんだ。
If I can make people around me happy just by helping them myself, I think that would make the world a pleasant place to live in. Uh-huh. That was Kiritsugu's favorite phrase. Oh, really? That's important detail. Let me read it again then. If I can, I prefer nobody to be sad. Everybody keep talking and nobody explodes. Hashtag no, no. Also, no one has to die. That's a visual novel I LP'd, that's an example of a very short visual novel. Short and sweet, I like it though. If I can make people around me happy just by helping them myself, I think that would make the world a pleasant place to live in. For you, that's a very selfish thing to say. I guess to be fair, he said earlier to Shiro, people you help are who you helped, and people who you don't help, you don't help. So, saying that as long as you can make the people around you, happy, then that means your small world is a pleasant place. And you can just know that other people can make, people around themselves happy, and then we'd have a great world. Not everyone does that, but all you can do is your part, so that's fair. The man who was a superhero to me, saying that he thought he was a failure. I mean, that's not really failure. That's, that's the small victories. He didn't even need to explain it to me. No. I wouldn't call that I mean, maybe he does think he's a failure, but that's not what's conveyed through these words to me. Maybe to a dumb kid, but, or a dumb teenager. Still pretty dumb. But, this isn't really him saying he's a failure. This is him saying he just wants to try his best to be a small hero. And in an ideal world, I think if everyone tried their best to be small heroes, small town hero, then the world would be a better place. But all you can do is your part. I think that's my takeaway from it, which isn't so much a failure takeaway, but I can see how a kid would be that's a failure takeaway, because I can't save everyone, which means I suck. The world of the young me was so different from the world of the adult Kiritsugu that the passing grade to be a superhero was different. Uh-huh. For me as a child, the house was my only world. In this world, where one is all. Actually, 5 is all, with like 4 girls that I can bang, although one isn't my teacher, so shh. So it was enough for me if I could keep protecting my father, Fujine, myself, and the shed that I loved. But wait, then you'd just be protecting the people close to you exactly what, he's doing. So you freaking, what are you talking about? Stop being a pooper. I only tried to protect the ones I could see. So you're doing exactly what he said you should do. Despite him saying he's a failure? Am I missing something? The man is saying he thought he was a failure. Huh? So you're doing exactly what is failing. Huh? What? Ooh, I even hurt my own ears a little bit with that huh. Huh? Maybe Kiritsugu wanted to do something about even the ones he couldn't see. Huh? Arere? Nandesu ka? But he was saying earlier that no, he was just... I mean, yeah, maybe he wanted to save people he couldn't see, but he wasn't doing that. Do you want to do that? I mean, that's fine, but that's not what he was saying. Even if he was thinking. I was reckless when I was young. Uh-huh. Hardcore shonen action hero. Inspired by the legends of Shadow the Hedgehog. Well, sure, nobody sad, but nobody around him. Yes, he wants nobody, but yeah, I took that as him saying, I don't know what the original Japanese was, but the way I read that line is that, if I can, I prefer nobody sad. If I can make people around me happy just by helping them myself, that would make the world a pleasant place to live. I think he's saying he doesn't want anyone around him. Yes, he wants nobody to be sad, but all he can do is help people a little bit around him. Yes, he didn't say around him, but I feel like it's implied with the flow of the sentence. That's my takeaway from what he's saying, at least. I was reckless when I was young. I educated myself by cursing the heartlessness of the world. I mean, that's what Kiritsugu said. Although, really, Shiro, that's kind of... that could be accurate to Shiro as well. Cursing the heartlessness and then giving in to the heartlessness. Oh, yep, he said it. The world was cruel, so I made myself even more heartless. By turning myself into I was going to make a joke, and then I forgot all the Kingdom Hearts terms, so insert fancy heartless term here. So I made myself even more heartless, and used that as a weapon. The Keyblade! Trying to follow through on my ideals. He tried to do a good through a bad. There will always be some that cannot be saved. It is impossible to save everyone. If I have to lose 500 to earn 1,000, I will abandon 100 and save the lives of 900. Wait, if you have to use 500 to earn 1,000, well, but you wouldn't abandon 500 to save... Okay, that's confusing. It's the absolute statement of nobody to sad. I think if they wanted to convey that he wanted nobody, they would have said. There's implications. I mean, Kiritsugu, like, yes, there's what the narrative's conveying, but then there's also what the people themselves are saying. And at least if we're to assume this is a complex narrative with characters having multiple thoughts and, reading between the lines, the subtext, then I don't think it's necessary that he needed to say exactly what he was thinking. And the older you get, generally, the more nuanced what you say is, and it's generally less and less straightforward. Sometimes you yourself don't know what you mean, but also, depending on who you're talking to and the mask you want to put on, Now, yes, there's also what the narrative is trying to convey versus what the person himself says, but in my case, that's what I'm taking away. So, yeah, because we're not seeing in Kiritsugu's mind, so we have no idea if that's what he's actually saying, if that's what he's actually thinking. All we can do is assume. I'll abandon 100 and save the lives of 900. That's the most efficient method. That is the ideal. That's the ideal, Kiritsugu once said, from little Shiro point of view. Of course I got mad. I really got mad. Because I knew that without being told. Because I myself was saved like that. He saved you without saving others, which makes you mad because you want those others to be saved too. Hashtag when we get the Grail, we're going to go back in time and save those others. We're going to prevent the fire that Kiritsugu sort of kind of caused. I don't even need to be told something as obvious as that. But still, I believe that someone would be a superhero if they saved everyone, even though they think like that. If they saved everyone, even though they think like that. Well, if they think like that, then they wouldn't be saving everyone. I think even say... So what? Are you saying saving some people is a hero and saving everyone is a superhero? Is that how you define it? Personally, I define superhero as someone with superpowers. But that is one way to look at the superhero term. Although, granted, I think in Japanese you're supposed to say hero of justice or whatever people have told me, but I'm not sure. Which means maybe without it you're just a hero, not a hero of justice. Lawful. It may be an idealistic thought or an impossible pipe dream, but a superhero is someone who tries to save everyone in spite of that. To me, a superhero is someone with superpowers, but it all depends on how we come to our own definitions.
そうだね、シロ。
You're right, Shiro. Is he? What if he's left?
結果は一番大事だ。けどそれとは別に、
The
そうであろう
result
とする心が
is the most important thing. Debatable! But with that aside, your heart trying to do so is... the result being the most important thing. I mean... I agree to a certain extent, but... yeah, it's wishy-washy. I think I tend to side with the philosophy that yes, the result is what's most important, but it does sort of depend on the means and how bad the means are. Because at a certain point, I might be like, I don't know if the result is quite worth this. How good is the result again? Oh yeah, Kiritsugu said something about the heart. I can't remember too well. After all, it's rare for me to remember something from such a long time ago, because my memory is so shit. There we go again with Sure having a bad memory. At least it's consistent that his memory is really bad. He wasn't that young. I must be in a deep sleep. Oh, right now? Yeah, you're sleeping. Are you gonna have... Okay, now's the part where, now that you're done dreaming about your father, you dream about banging your father. And then it's all awkward, and you're like, huh, and you wake up in a deep sweat. And then the next time but then you end up talking with Rin, and you end up sleeping with Rin. But then it ends up playing out exactly how your dream with sleeping with your father played out. And then you're like, God, I'm fucked up. And I'll be like, yeah, sure, you just realized. Anyways, I must be in a deep sleep. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be dreaming. That's not true. You can daydream, but sure.
シロ、起きてください。そろそろ朝食ではないですか?
It's a new day. Shiro, please wake up. It's almost time for breakfast. Oh shit, she's waking me up instead of Sakura. That's an unusual. It's almost time for training. See, as proof, I am in the shameful situation of Saber having to wake me up. You generally don't like it even when Sakura does, because you feel like someone waking you up is a very minor form of saving you, right? Because there's always the analogy of sleeping and death. And so waking you from sleep is sort of like saving you. And you want to be the saver, so when other people save you, you're not too happy about all that. At least you're not in the shed. Nandesu ka? Nande kore? I raised myself from the futon. It's 6:30. Bright sunlight shines in from outside. Saber wasn't there when this memory happened. Oh my god, how is she there in the past? Time travel plot, let's go!
シロ、朝です。朝食の支度はいいのですか?
It's morning. Sure, you're not going to be preparing breakfast? Oh, are you excited for my breakfast? Am I preparing breakfast? I thought Rin and or Sakura could cover that. In front of me is Saber's face. Aw, but she's looking forward to it, which shows, that she's got that connection to me. She's not mad at me. Like, she would have been more mad at me, but she stopped being mad at me. because she likes me, and now she likes that I like her, even though she's also keeping it subconscious. Her and Rin are sort of similar in that sense, I think. I think she's only developing it more recently, whereas Rin's had it going for a long time, and Rin is starting to, I think it's starting to come a little more to the forefront with Rin, whereas Saber still has it kind of deep down, but now they're in stages. I think Rin is so far winning in the race of realizing that she secretly likes Shiro, but she doesn't even know that she likes Shiro, but she definitely likes Shiro. But Saber's getting there. You know what they say, the way to a woman's heart is through the stomach. I mean, you could say that about men too. I mean, personally, I think if you want to get scientific, I think it's easier to get there through the penis. I mean, the heart. I don't know what the scientific best way to get through it is based on all the open holes in their body. Is it faster through the vagina or through the mouth into the stomach? I'm not actually, sir. Someone give me the scientific answer in the comments below. In front of me is Saber's face. I slept in. I'll get up right away. You have a bad habit of always sleeping in, Shiro. You're really bad about that.
私に謝る必要はないと思いますが、ゆっくりしている余裕がないのは事実です。先ほど、さくらとリンが揉めていたようです。
Oh gosh, the off-screen cat fights. I do not think there's any need to apologize to me, but it's true that you do not have time to take it easy. It seems Sakura and Rin were arguing earlier. See? And again, Sakura trying to claim her territory, and Rin more and more being like, no, Shiro's my bitch now. I mean, yeah, I don't worry too much about competition with Saber because she's a ghost and I don't really take that whole thing seriously, even if Shiro does. But like, Sakura, you're a real person, so no, yame te kudasai.
Sakura to Tosaka ga momete ita?
Sakura and Tosaka arguing about who's gonna cook or who thinks whose food is best, or I mean, I'm sure they're having a hot cat fight off screen where they claw at each other and maybe they take their clothes off and they get to their underwear, but you know, they quickly went home and changed because they didn't want Shiro to see like that, and they had plenty of time to do it because Shiro slept in so long. Although Saber walked out before the actual cat fight is. That or she didn't take it too seriously. What's that about? She probably would have seen it and been like, "Heh, back in my day, we had cat fights with the sword." Ooh, that's an intense cat fight. Hold on, don't get me cornered into an incomprehensible situation right when I get up. How incomprehensible is it? You know, they've been catty this whole time. Did you not remember the first time when they first met? Super catty. Is that in Tosaka's room? Oh yeah, and it might be in the kitchen. They might be covered with food too. Yum. May I lick the food off your body, Tosaka? What? Tosaka's room? Have we been in Tosaka's room? May I lick the food off your body while you're naked in bed, Tosaka?
いえ、今です。私も通りかかっただけですから。
No, it is in the living room. I only passed by, so I do not know the details. Ooh, you only passed by, so maybe they really were catfighting.
わかった。とにかく急ぐ。
All right, I'll hurry. If I hurry, I might see underwear. Oh. I have something I need to do before that. Eh? 何?
何でしょうか、シロ。
What is it, Shiro? 何でしょうか?
おはよう、セイバー。起こしてくれて助かった。
Okay, that's polite. Good morning, Saber. Thanks for waking me up. Well, okay, you were polite about it. You're still not polite enough to say, "Ohayou gozaimasu." But, you know, it's something. It's polite for a blunt person. And she likes it. She likes that he came back just to say that. Oh, gosh. I greet her, then I really make my way to the hallway. Final hallways. Fate stay hallways. Fate stop staying in the hallways and get to the plot already. Arguing with Sakura, what's Tosaka doing? Fighting for your penis, obviously. Although maybe Sakura started it, we'll see. Tosaka! And we'll find out what this cat fight is. No, we'll find out right now. I was about to end it, but I'm like, I am curious. What are they fighting about? There! There's no sign of Sakura in the living room, and Tosaka is watching the weather forecast by herself. Oh, no underwear.
おはよう。朝っぱらから人の名前を叫ぶなんて穏やかじゃないわね。
You know you like it. Morning. You seem agitated calling my name first thing in the morning. She turns around as if asking me what's going on. All you know, I just heard you guys are having a cat fight and hoped I could see the good parts, but it looks like it's already over. Eh? That's weird. It doesn't seem like she's been arguing with Sakura. Clearly they finished when they heard you were going to wake up because they don't want you seeing their cat fight because that's all kinds of awkward. Saber is bringing the girls, sisters before misters promise of not showing the cat fights in front of the boy they're fighting over. Although I don't know if Rin realizes she's fighting over Shiro. I'm not sure if she's made the realization yet. Sakura knows, but, and she thinks Rin knows, but I don't know if Rin knows. Rin might know. Rin, I think, probably knows that Sakura knows, but may not know herself that she does, but she does. And if she doesn't know, this may have been the tipping point that made her realize that, oh yeah, I do. Maybe. Has she been calling me Shiro? Hold on. Did you say Shiro yet? Where's your Shiro? No, okay, I wanted to see if she was calling me Shiro or not.
ああ、おはよう。ってどうさか。なんでもさくらと揉めたって聞いたんだが、本当か。
Yeah, morning. Hey, Tosaka, I heard you arguing with Sakura. Is that true?
え？あ、そっか。セイバーから聞いたのか。
You wanted to keep it a secret. Huh? I see. You may have heard from Saber. Sakura thinks I have a crush on Shiro, and she totally does have a crush on Shiro, but she wants. And if she did have a crush on Shiro, if Sakura did think that, she would want to, because of her rivalry with Ayako, it's already developed, you know, wanting to win in love, she may want to beat Sakura at having a crush, at being a Shiro's waifu, just because she's a rival like that, even if she doesn't think she actually does. But she actually does, but she may not realize that she does, even though she definitely knows she does. But she doesn't, but she does.
ええ、客観的に見ればそういうことになるけど、別に大したことじゃないわよ。
You could say that looking at it
しばらくここ
objectively.
には来るなって言いつけただけだから。
It wasn't really anything. I just told her not to come here for a while, which is basically something you told her before as well. But, again, and how did that go? Dash, dash, dash. She said that so easily. Don't tell me she made Sakura stop coming here. I would hate for her to be with Shinji this whole time with all that, you know, things and stuff and writing. Calling all spider riders. Let's ride.
バカな。その話、さくらは前にも断ってるじゃないか。それを繰り返したところで、さくらが承諾するはずが。
That's ridiculous. Sakura refused before already. There's no way Sakura would agree, even if you asked her again, unless she asked her in a very specific way, implying that, like, maybe if Rin said, that she had a crush on Shiro or something. I doubt Rin would confess this, but if Rin said something like that, that I think may be able to get Sakura over the edge and not be able to handle the whole situation and just leave.
ないけど、交換条件を出したら帰ってくれたわよ。さくらが1週間ここに来なければ、私はおとなしく家に戻るって言ったの。それで交渉成立。
That's
しぶしぶだ
interesting.
けど帰って言ったわ。
It might not be
そう
possible,
そう。シローによろしくだっ
but
て。
she went home once I offered her terms. I said, okay, so you made a contract, a woman's alliance. I said I'd go back home if she doesn't come here for a week. That established a negotiation between us. She reluctantly went home. Oh yeah, she gave her best regards to you. Okay, that's good. With her out of the house, it means, well, we need to get Fuji out of the house too. And then we can actually train, well, we could always skip school, but it would actually give us a good chance to train without her getting in the way. We just need Fuji to not get in the way as well, is the only thing. But, only a week? I mean, yeah, I guess we could train a lot for a week and then you could go live at your place, but then how would you bodyguard me to school? Like, do we really think this is gonna end in a week? We really gotta get moving if we think it's gonna end in a week, in love terms. If I don't make Shiro fall in love in a week, then you win, Shiro. Yep, that's basically what Rin did. I'm betting I'll make Shiro mine in a week, but if I don't, then he's all yours. Sakura's like, I'll take that bet. Gosh.
よろしくってお前。
Best regards, you... She did something so selfish without telling me. It's not selfish, it's for your sake so you can train without other people seeing magic. And it's for their sake too. Dash, 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 dash. No, I'm wrong. Tosaka was just doing something I should have done already. You're right, you know. You were... I forget where I heard this from, but you were caring too much about her feelings and not caring about her. Like, you need to protect her life more than you do need to protect her feelings. And if she keeps coming over here, she's inevitably going to get involved in the whole me, Sakura, and Shinji being masters, and that being all kinds of awkward, and her potentially dying. And so the less she is here, that's arguably better, especially if Shinji isn't the terriblest person in the world. And Ryder gives reason to think that. But, Yeah, if she gets in the middle of this, there's a real chance she could die. And I think it's better to protect her life and hurt her feelings than protect her life and or than protect her feelings and risk her life. So, yeah.
そうだった。悪い。朝から面倒を押し付けちまった。気分悪くしただろう、登坂。
I see. I'm sorry that I made you do something so troubling this early in the morning. You must be feeling bad, Tosaka.
いや、別に面倒でも嫌でもなかったけど。
No?
なんでってそんなこと言うわけ？シロ。
It wasn't hard nor unpleasant. Why do you say that? She probably loves not having soccer here, so she gets sure all to herself, even if she's not going to admit that. But, and also she doesn't think of it that way, because I don't think she realizes how badly Sakura wants this, or if she does, she wants Sakura to not want this, or she's putting the priority of training Shiro first, and, you know, everything else is sort of coming later. And yeah, I noticed that too. Rin is saying Shiro. She's definitely saying Shiro, and not Amiya, because they're alone together in private. It's their private thing that she calls him Shiro. But anyways, especially at this house. Like, she calls him Emiya when they're at school, but when they're in the house, she calls him Shiro. So it's a very private affair. But anyways, I'm sorry that I made you do something so troubling this early in the morning. You must be feeling bad, Tosaka, because he would feel bad if he had to do that. But she doesn't think of it as bad at all, because, you know, it's all part of her plan to train Shiro. And I guess that she's sort of single-minded in that sense when it comes to the Grail War. Her whole life is building up to this war. And so things like that come first, and the other things, unless like they're huge, unless they're legitimate burdens to people's lives, she doesn't think as much about burdens to people's emotions, I feel. Because she's not a very good people person, hasn't gotten close to people in general.
いや、登坂、さくらと仲が良かっただろ。なのに、面と向かって出ていけなんて2回も言うのは嫌だったはずだ。
Yeah, but I think she wasn't thinking as much about protecting her feelings and was thinking more about protecting her life. Well, you were friends with Sakura, so you probably didn't want to tell Sakura head on to get out of here.
だから悪かったって。しっかりしなくちゃいけないのに、また登坂に負担をかけた。
That's why I'm apologizing. I should have been firm, but I caused you trouble again. I mean, yeah, she's caused me trouble, but sure, you've caused her plenty of trouble. Now's when you make up sex.
いいけどそんなの。私だって自分の安全第一でさくらを追い出したんだし。シロにそう謝られる筋合いなんてないわ。
That's fine. I just drove out Sakura for my own safety. There's no reason for you to apologize to me. Baka.
自分の安全第一って。
Your safety? Her own safety. I didn't think she'd use that word. Her safety in her relationship with Shiro. Or her safety in not being discovered as a mage when she's training you. There's that too.
だってシンジがマスターだったんでしょ?
Shinji's a master, right? Oh, okay, and there's that too. And I think it's more for Sakura's safety, not wanting her to get involved, but you could, yeah, sure, always throw out the excuse that I don't want, Shinji to find out anything through Sakura. There is that too as a real concern.
あいつのことだから、シロんとこにさくらがいるって分かったら目の敵にするに決まってるもの。だから、シンジとの決着がつくまでは、
Knowing him,
さくらは
he'd
こ
be
こにいさせ
angry
ない方がいいのよ。
if he found out Sakura was at your house, so it's best not to have Sakura here until we settle things with Shinji. I mean, he hasn't known that. I mean, do you not know that he doesn't know that she's been at my house? She's been coming here kind of in secret. So I guess you don't know that he doesn't know that you know that she knows that he knows that they don't know. Yes, he'd be angry, but he's been angry the whole time, so I mean, where else is she gonna go? Is she gonna go somewhere else and lie about where she's going? Because she's been lying this whole time about where she's actually going, right? She's been saying she's been going to Fujimura's place. Maybe she'll start actually going to Fujimura's place? Otherwise, what? If she suddenly stopped going, I think that would draw suspicion, but... Oh. I see. I mean... I think it's a little more complicated than that, but sure. She's right now that she mentions it. I mean, she was right long before she mentioned it, but sure. I don't think Shinji was lying when he said he wouldn't tell Sakura anything. I'm not sure. I'm conflicted. Even though I think I'm unsure how much of a D-bag Shinji is, but I think he's the D-baggiest when it comes to his sister. But like in a creepy way. Like he likes her, but he's creepy with her, but still likes her. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. We'll have to see more of Shinji. Having his sister Sakura here might give him the wrong idea. He doesn't know that she's here, though. She's supposed to be at Fuji's. We went over this. Grumble, grumble.
だよな。シンジから見れば、さくらを人質に取ったように見えるもんな。
Right, it looks like we were holding Sakura hostage against Shinji. I wouldn't even look at it that way. If anything, Sakura being at Shinji's place, to me, is holding Sakura hostage against me. I don't trust Shinji's not raping her, but I don't know.
そういうこと。もっともそんなことは別にして、ここが危険なことに変わりはないでしょ。
Exactly, and that aside, it's true this place is dangerous. That is the truth, though, for sure.
あんまり頻繁に夜出歩かせるのもなんだし、しばらくは遠慮してもらった方がいいのよ。
Exactly.
それがさくらのためだし、
that
私たち
aside,
のためでもある。
it's true that this place is dangerous. We can't let her walk around at night, so it's best to have her stay calm for a while. Stay calm? Don't know if I'd use that word, but sure. It's for Sakura's sake and our sake.
まあ、そうだな。さくらには悪いけど、後で謝って許してもらおう。
Yeah, you're right. I feel sorry for Sakura, but I'll apologize later and have her forgive me. Oh, you know? I'll have her forgive me. I'll force her to forgive me. Even if she doesn't forgive me, I'll do whatever it takes. And she will forgive me. Just you watch. Mark my words. And on that apology, I think we will end here. On the apologetic note of, I'm sorry, Sakura. Sorry for being such a ... me. Sorry for being me. Nah, I'm just kidding. Sakura likes Shiro, but like, he's being a different kind of me now that, suddenly all these other ladies have entered, his life, and he's like, what do with all these ladies? I don't know how to handle all these ladies suddenly in my life. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time on Let's Play Fate Stay Night Blind. Till then, still don't have an outro phrase. See you guys next time. Bye-bye. So long. Good friends, goodbye. And next time, maybe we'll finally start our training sesh. We're gonna have some hardcore training sesh. Stop recording.